Good to have you back with us, Victoria. So the latest figures out of the US mark the 7th consecutive weekly drop in claims, but the number is still in the millions, isn't it? We're a long way off from normal right now, aren't we?
Absolutely. I mean, you mentioned the fact that it came in at 2.44 million, a bit worse than market analysts were expecting, but at least that was an improvement on the prior week. So at least the trajectory is getting a little bit better. But this is really the key number, as you mentioned, for markets. It used to be not that much of a number that we would focus on, but now because it gives us a weekly update about the labour market, this really gives a real indication of the extent to which the coronavirus is weighing on the economy. But we already had the jobs report, the US non-farm payrolls report for the month of April. We saw 20.5 million positions lost there, wiping out 2 decades worth of jobs creations. And the unemployment rate is at about 14.7%. So that's the highest level since the Great Depression. I mean, analysts think that the April unemployment rate could even surge to 20%. Fed Chair Jay Powell said it could be somewhere between 20 and 30%. So as you say, certainly nothing like a normal time at all.
No, incredible numbers, aren't they? Now, every state across the US has begun to reopen in one form or another. What sort of impact might that have on the US weekly jobless claims going forward?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been interesting to see that the death toll in the United States is now over 92,000, yet all 50 states across America have started to reopen. Of course, this is to try and reignite the economy. And we know that the kind of key gauge as to how the recovery pans out is about the extent to which Americans can get back to work. Clearly, there have been a lot of job losses. The question is whether these are going to be temporary or more of a permanent fixture. Now, Goldman Sachs is saying that the US economy is starting to recover, with the states which are opening more quickly doing a little bit better, but only very modestly. Now, there was an interesting case that I wanted to point out, which was Ford, which essentially had closed a lot of its assembly plants because of the coronavirus. It then started to reopen to find that one person had tested positive for COVID, and now it's had to shut 2 plants again. So that just kind of gives you a sense of some of the teething problems that a lot of corporate America is likely to go through as we come out of this pandemic.
It sure does. Victoria Scholar from IG Group in London, thanks for your analysis as always.